Here's the parts list that I used for my inflatable raft modification. I used one 4x8 sheet of plywood. I would have rather got this absolute 20 foot long by 4 foot wide trunk liner, available at Amazon for under $30. I could have covered both sides of the raft with that. A couple of the pedestals, I got those at Amazon also. And a boat seat swivel base that attaches to that, two of those each. A couple of, I used this inexpensive plastic bucket style seat, two of those. These are very handy. It's a 1/4 inch Curt safety pin clip. I'll show you that in production. Actually, it's this right here. Very handy. Some 5/16 wing nuts, carriage bolts, and large washers. And I did this to better secure it to the floor so it would have more resistance when I hook the seats and if you lean. So you'll see that during production. That's the large washers. 5/16 lock washers, 1/4 inch lug nuts, and 1/4 inch bolts. I think that's everything, but we'll cross that bridge as we are building this floor for my raft. This is the beginning of my inflatable boat transformed into a fishing boat. So prior to this, what I had done is I had inflated the raft, flipped it upside down, and that gave a good pattern for the carpeted area, and then that will give me a pattern for the cutout. So you can kind of see this is the shape of the floor. And what I'm going to do is mark around this and then cut this shape out. Okay, with that being complete, I can take the carpet away. This was about a $30 investment at Menards. It was on sale. It is boat carpet. Supposedly it should hold up pretty well. And next, I'll get my saw and cut this out. For this job, I'd recommend using a saber saw. But apparently I've loaned mine out and I cannot find it, so we're going with Sawzall. Hopefully this works all right. I'm just going to take the rough edges off with the sander. This is not necessarily the best sander. I've already done it once, but I did not hit record. So I'm just going to give it a once over. Mostly I'm trying to get rid of the rough edges and any splinters. Next, what I'm going to do is put a good coat of paint on both sides, kind of seal the wood, help protect a little bit from the elements, although it shouldn't, I hope not to get it too wet ever. I've just finished stirring up the paint. Very happy, it's a real dark gray, that'll go well with the raft. It's also a gray, a lighter gray. And I'm going to be sloppy and liberal with this paint. It's a one-time use. I'll probably try and give 2 coats, especially to the underneath side, which I have flipped the plywood over. Let me spread that out. And the edges I also want to get a pretty good coat on. So, that completes the first coat, and again this will be the underside, so I'm going to give it 2 coats. And I think I've decided there's, like you can see, there's a knot hole in the wood or indention. After I get the paint on and it dries, I think I'll put a little clear caulk in there, or some kind of a filler, because I don't want that to be a rough edge on the raft, because this will be directly on the floor of the raft. Alright, working out well so far. I finished putting 2 coats on both sides, so now it's time to put the carpeting on. Okay, I've got it positioned how I want, so now I can just start running across and stapling. Now that I've stapled all around that side, I wanted to have a little, kind of like stretch the carpet a little. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a vice grip, clamping it on the carpet, and then just using the wood frame underneath to pull it tighter. Now I've gone around, I've stapled all the way around the carpet. Looks pretty good, I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to test fit the pipe insulators. I'm not going to take off the tape that makes the stick, because I want to make sure that everything fits in the boat properly. I'm just going to kind of get the center of this with the center of the floorboard. And see how this fits on here. I don't know if you can really see it from there, but this came out within, I have 1.5 inches excess. So that's all the trimming I'll have to do for that. Very happy with that. I'll inflate the boat and we'll do a test fit. And then I'll secure that pipe insulation with both the sticky tape that's on there and a little bit of clear latex caulk at the seams. I've inflated the floor of the raft. The only changes I made is I added some nylon straps just to help hold that trim on. So the floor is inflated. It does fit. A little snug, but it did fit. Floor's in, fits very snug. It's not going to go anywhere. Next I'll put the seats in it, and hopefully winter will pass and spring will be here and I'll take it out on the water. You might have noticed that I installed the motor mount when I did the boat. I wanted to show you these pins. The motor mount comes with this. There's 4 parts, including a little washer that hooks all this together, both here, here, and on the other side. These little pins are real simple. Just unplugs, it holds it snug. There's nothing to screw, nothing to lose, nothing to drop. On and you're done. So I put them in 4 places, holds it nice and snug. The motor's ready to be mounted. Next thing I did was I tied a string to the center of the front or the bow. Found true center of the craft itself, and I'm going to mount these 2 seats each off of center. So the front passenger will be left of center and the operator will be a little right of center. That's so that I can reach back to the motor a little bit better. I marked on the carpet side where the holes for the bases for the 2 seats go. So what I'll do is I'll make that hole, put the carriage bolt through on the other side. You can see the large washer. That'll give it more stability. And then I'll connect it with wing nuts and a lock washer. And that's just for convenience, because I'm going to have to transport all this separately when I take it out to go fishing. So I will do that. I'm not going to show it on camera. Just save some time. It's obviously I put 4 holes per seat. And the other thing that I'm going to do is drill out a hole. There's a, here in the bottom, you can see the circle. I will cut that out, and that's where the floor of the raft is inflated. So I will complete that also. But I'm set and ready to go as soon as I bolt the seats in. And that's the Intex Excursion 4 modified.